This is going to be a walkthrough of CartNinja's built-in product creator, which allows you to create product forms that can be copied and pasted to anywhere you want to offer the customer an option to buy your products. So I'm going to go here into the dashboard. Here's the product creator. Click on that. Let's add in a fairly simple product, and I'll add some advanced options to it as we go on as well, in case that's something that you need. So we'll add in a red shirt, starting price $19.99, and let's upload a thumbnail here. I already have one here, but let's say that wasn't there. You could just upload one. Then you can copy and paste this URL into the product thumbnail. It's not a downloadable product since it's a physical good. We'll update that. As you can see, it generates the product form for you, which you can preview here. You can copy and paste this HTML anywhere you want into your website to allow the customer to add that product to their cart. As you can see, it includes some styles and some JavaScript, which handles the price and the styling of that. And you can optionally get rid of those if you would like to program them yourself. And so, if in this case, this is a simple product since it doesn't have any options added to it. So you could use the add to cart URL and put that in a hyperlink, and they could click on that link and it would add that product straight to the cart. As you can see here, I'll copy and paste that URL in, adds that product to the cart. So that's how that add to cart URL works. Similarly, this product HTML code can also do the same thing. So a t-shirt usually has options, especially like the size of the t-shirt. So let's add in a size. I'll show you how to do that. So you're going to add in the size, and then you're going to add in option values. Let's add in small, medium, large, extra large. Now each option also can have a price associated with it, and I'll just do 0 for now. You do that with the pipe symbol and then the additional cost. Tooltip is a great way to add some information about the options so that the customer knows exactly what you're asking for. Not really necessary in this example, but I'll show you what it would look like. You can say something like choose a size. So we can add that option in, and you can see it adds it under here under existing options. Let's preview that really quick to see what it looks like. So it shows us the size. We can choose the different sizes. Just keep in mind that the price for each of these is required. Otherwise, it'll mess up with your pricing. So let's say the extra large and the large need different prices. So we can display to the customer how much that's going to, additional cost that's going to be. So 15. And then this, on this side of the pipe symbol, it's for the computer to make its calculations. So you don't include any currency symbols or anything over here. You just include the number. And just to demonstrate that this side is for the user, the person who's buying the product, we can make this say whatever we want. So we can make it say plus 15 instead of add 15. Probably in this case it makes more sense to say add 15. Actually large is probably going to be a bit cheaper, so we can make it 10. We'll update that option, preview the product. You can see now that those options add some more pricing to the base price. And so, and then when they add that to cart, you'll be able to see those options when the customer purchases from you. So that's the basics of adding in options. Let me demonstrate a couple of the other options as well. So let's go over the radio next, since that one's really similar to the drop-down. An example of a radio could be I guess the trim of the shirt, or maybe more like the shape. So we could do something like there's regular fit t-shirts. That's going to be the default option. There's also fitted t-shirts. let's make that one be $20 more. We also need to let the customer know that they're getting charged more for that. And let's say we could also offer an option for female version of the shirt, and we can just make that one be free as well. So add a tooltip. Let's say choose the style / shape of your shirt. Add that option in there. I'll take a quick preview of that so you can see. You can see it's a radio now, which is these little radio buttons, and that also adjusts the price. Okay, now the checkbox is a little bit different because it's a yes or a no option. So we can type the option name. Let's say they want to make this t-shirt waterproof. We want to give them the option to do that. So make t-shirt waterproof. It's a checkbox. It only has an additional cost. So that's all you want to add to this. So let's say making the t-shirt waterproof will cost them an extra $15. You can add it, as you can see here, we could add the price information about how much extra it costs for this up here, but I found it's more user-friendly if you add it in the tip. So we could say something like add $15 to do this. So keep in mind, this is intended to be super flexible for the way that you can add these in. And just make sure you follow this type of format. And so let's add that in, make t-shirt waterproof, preview that to make sure it's working. So as you can see here, it gives them that option. It also tells them in the tooltip, these are the tips right here, it tells them how much it's going to charge them if they add that in here. And you can see that price updates when they choose that. So there's the checkbox. Demonstrate the text area next. Text area usually used for something like additional notes. Anything else we need to know? Add that option in. You can preview that product, see the additional notes there. And then finally the text box, really similar to the text area. Maybe, let's say we want to give them the option to change lettering on the front of the shirt. So just front lettering, custom lettering for the tip. We'll add that option there. Preview the product. You can see that it gives them that option. So once again, you can copy and paste this HTML into any HTML, PHP, any HTML document you want, and it'll just work straight from there. Just keep in mind the add to cart URL does not include any of these options. It only includes the basic version of the product. So if you want options, you have to use this HTML code. Okay, and finally, let's just say we wanted this additional notes to be at the bottom. We could just reorder it like this. And as you can see, it puts additional notes at the bottom of the form. So that way you can change the order of this to whatever you want. And so yeah, that's adding in a product with some advanced options. You can make these be whatever you need to fit your product, and you can add multiple drop-downs, multiple versions of things like this. And of course, if you copy and paste this HTML anywhere, you can also alter the HTML after you paste it into your website, and that's perfectly fine as well if you need to add any type of customization to the form itself.